Так, ну что, ребят, прикоснемся же к великолепному шедевру, который в свое время я пропустил, прошел мимо, к сожалению. Начнем новую игру. Предыдущий старт оказался неудачным немножко в техническом плане.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested.
Честно, не знаю, за какой класс в этот раз я поиграю. Может, стоит на первый раз ограничиться стандартным штурмовиком или кто там.
Secure connection confirmed.
По дефолту мне предлагают вот такого челика.
Please log in to access your profile.
Ладно, лучше свою биографию создадим на всякий случай. А то по дефолту еще какую-нибудь ненужную биографию скинуть, потом мы будем расплачиваться по сюжету. Такс.
Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Так, я не помню. Скиталец. Ваши родители состояли на службе в войсках Альянса. Уже звучит неплохо. По мере продвижения по службе они сменили много кораблей и станций, на которых и прошло ваше детство. Ваша семья не задержалась нигде дольше, чем на несколько лет. Следуя по стопам отца, вы добровольно поступили на службу в возрасте 18 лет. Колонист. Вы родились и выросли на Мендуаре, небольшой пограничной колонии в Аттической Траверсе. Когда вам было 16 лет, Мендуар подвергся нападению работорговцев. Вашу семью и друзей убили. Вас спас проходящий через систему патруль Альянса. Несколько лет спустя вы записались на службу в войска. Земляне. Вы – сирота. Ваше детство и юность прошли на улицах огромных мегаполисов Земли. Вы вырвались из мира уличного насилия и преступных группировок, записавшись в войска Альянса. Едва вам стукнул... Ну ладно, пусть будет землянин.
Confirm psychological profile.
Ну и пусть будет уцелевший. Герой войны слишком пафосно, безжалостно, слишком грубо, жестоко. Пусть будет уцелевшим. В прошлый раз я выбирал штурмовика. По дефолту предлагают солдата. Какой бы класс выбрать? Ладно, пусть будет тот же штурмовик. Дефолтное лицо выберем.
Profile reconstruction complete. Identification confirmed.
Уровень сложности боя. Для начала выберем нормальный, потому что мы не знаем эту игру толком. Автораспределение. Но я хочу сам очки распределять, точность автоприцеливания. Я бы его вообще убрал, это автоприцеливание. Выберу самый низкий уровень автоприцеливания. Использование умения отрядом. Включено субтитры, это сохранение. Все, погнали.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets. Learned to look out for himself.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Мы очень терпеливый человек. Эффект массы. Интересно, кто создал эту технологию? Что за раз?
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
Уровень пафоса на максимуме.
Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
А, вот так вот они между галактиками путешествуют.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Не знаю, просто
They don't
соглашусь.
send specters on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Кодекс, что-то плюс 30 опыта. Нажмите О, чтобы открыть кодекс. Обучение. О. Слишком много читать. Биографические данные. Ну, это то, что я выбрал, да? Короче, я тут выживший из 50 космопехов. Угу. Так, ну давайте почитаем историю. База Армстронг, 2069 год. В кратере Шеклтона становится первым поселением землян на Луне. Официальная церемония открытия состоялась 24 июля, ровно через 100 лет после первой высадки на Луну. 2103 год. Город Лоуэлл в каньоне Элс становится первым поселением землян на Марсе. 2137 год. Энергетическая корпорация Эльтфель-Эшланд демонстрирует способ извлечения гелия-3 из атмосферы Сатурна. 2142 год. Начинается постройка станции Гагарин. Нулевой скачок за пределами орбиты Плутона. 2148 год. Геологи-разведчики обнаруживают протеанские руины на Земле Прометея на Марсе. 2149 год. Перевод протеанской информации приводит землян к ретранслятору Харон с целью координации усилий по изучению и колонизации планет за пределами Солнечной системы основан Альянс систем. 2151 год. В результате неосторожного обращения с грузом в международном космопорту Сингапура происходит выброс пылеобразного нулевого элемента. Альянс начинает постройку станции Арктур. 2152 год. Около 30% детей, рожденных в Сингапуре после выброса нулевого элемента, страдают раковыми заболеваниями. Альянс систем начинает заселение первой колонии, находящейся за пределами Солнечной системы, на планете Домет. 2154 год. Год рождения капитана Шепард. 2155. Альянс систем заселяет завершенные секции станции Арктур и устанавливает там штаб-квартиру. 2156 год. Некоторые дети в Сингапуре проявляют способности к телекинезу. 2157 год. Турианцы встречаются с исследователями-землянами. Начинается война, названная войной первого контакта. Происходит оккупация и освобождение Шанси, колонии землян. 2158 год. Земляне осознают потенциал биотических способностей. Предпринимается международная попытка отследить утечки нулевого элемента. И более 10% детей, подвергнувшихся воздействию нулевого элемента, демонстрируют биотические способности различного уровня. 2160. Сформирован парламент Альянса систем. 2165 год. Земляне открывают посольство на цитадели. 2170. Батарианские работорговцы осуществляют нападение на Мендуар, колонию Альянса. 2176. Скелианский блиц. Пираты и работорговцы атакуют Элизиум, столицу землян, в Скелианском пределе. 2177. Молотильщики уничтожают Акузу, колонию Альянса. И в ответ в 1978 году на Скелианский блиц войска Альянса уничтожают силы пиратов на планете спутники Торфа. И сейчас у нас получается 2183 год. Короче, очень много определений, которые мне пока непонятны. Все эти турианцы, бла-бла-бла. Ладно, я думаю, мы разберемся.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament. Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces.
Немножко не понял. Тут есть типа Совет Цитадели, Альянс систем. Тут типа две фракции. Ладно, потом слишком много информации сразу. Не впихивают. Слишком сложно.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
Да, слишком много определений.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper. Less chance of security leaks, too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in...
Нас используют, 100%. Нас используют.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
Nihilus is no ordinary Turian.
You've got that right, Commander. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Спектр Турианец. Ладно.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Что-то в кодексе появилось, что-нибудь про...
Roughly 12... The systems... Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counter-offensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
Короче, какой-то кипиш с какого-то транслятора. Что это такое? Хз. Так. С вами базарить можно вообще? Нет.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets...
Если меня должны повысить, чтобы я мог там клацать. Я понял.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Короче, есть Совет Цитаделя, есть
Don't
Альянс.
forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Короче, это ФСБшники в космосе, как я понял. Причем инопланетные. Таурианцы, да. Таурианцы, ФСБшники.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on a cruise.
Понятно, нас еще в Альянс этот, ну, в смысле, в Совет не принимают жалких людишек. Что такое, да.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Что там еще Eden Prime?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Будет
Easy
хорошо.
for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Правильно.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Так. Опыт получили. Что такое герой плюс 2? Герой плюс 2. Что такое? Что тут? Ёт. Блин, да что за учебник такой? По физике. Развитие персонажа. Снаряжение, карта местности, диалоги. А, вот. На странице Шепард в меню отряда вы увидите две шкалы по обеим сторонам от портрета персонажа. Они обозначают репутацию. То есть герой это типа отлично, нужно со всеми хорошо общаться, да, или отступник. Если вы идете на компромисс, стараетесь убедить собеседника при помощи обаяния, вы получаете репутацию героя. Если вы добиваетесь цели всевозможными способами, вы зарабатываете репутацию отступника. Изначальный уровень навыков убеждения у Шепарда ограничен, но он повышается по мере того, как вы получаете уровень и развиваете репутацию. Короче, нужно геройствовать. Максимально быть героем. Хорошо. Вообще странные характеристики для убеждений герой и отступник. Герой в плане убеждений как-то странно звучит на самом деле. Причем геройство убеждать людей. Вот он, таурянец.
I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Поговорить.
What about?
Куда
I'm
он
interested in
персонадил?
this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
It's more than just a tourist destination, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
И просто побитый полет.
Is someone gonna fill me in, Captain?
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Почему незаметно?
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an
Маяк,
excavation.
да.
It was Prothean.
Видимо, протеанский. Жди, я знаю, есть таурианцы, есть люди, а есть протеанцы. Протеанцы — это те, кто эффект массы изобрели, да? Если я не ошибаюсь. Протеанцы.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives.
А, вот ретрансляторы, походу, это те, которые позволяют летать
The last time humanity made
огромное
a discovery
расстояние,
like
да?
this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Ясно. Я избран. Если я откажусь?
I don't like people making decisions about my future.
This isn't about you, Shepard. Humanity needs this. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team.
Ну, понятно.
Secure the beacon and get it onto
Отказаться
the
мне
ship
не
ASAP.
дадут.
Nihilus will
Понятное дело.
accompany you to observe the mission.
Хочешь отказаться, удаляй игру. Забери. Маяк.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Короче, протеанцы — это как Двемеры в The Elder Scrolls. Могущественная, исчезнувшая раса.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low.
Фу, сколько политоты! Ой! Протеане.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible.
Все, я тупой, я понял. Ретрансляторы. Те самые, через которые мы путешествуем по галактике.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Ладно, в принципе, я все понял.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Мирная, благополучная планета.
Get down!
Райский уголок.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Чья-то
Take us in,
рука.
Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Ой, какой ЧСВшный.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Nihilus is on our side. He wants you in the Spectres, and he wants that beacon.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Так. Ага, на колесико это.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Ой, я случайно выкинул гранату. Я так и не понял, как их взрывать здесь. Я их просто бросаю, и они взрываются, когда кто-то подходит к гранате или что? Есть карта. Как убрать оружие? Почему я иду пешком? Не хочу идти пешком. Да что я наш... Капс? Эй! Да боже мой. Пробление. Ходьба, бег я на Z нажал? Интересно. Так, а тут целиться можно как-то? Или... Почему такой прицел, непонятно? В штурмовой винтовке капец какой прицел. Блин, а как? По привычке жму R, чтобы перезарядиться, хотя здесь нет патронов. Здесь просто перегрев оружия или что?
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Герой +2. Что у меня там по умениям, кстати? Бросок. Деформация создает мощное поле эффекта массы, несущее огромные разрушения на субатомном уровне. Уменьшает прочность брони в течение определенного времени. Наносит урон противникам, оказавшимся в радиусе действия. Как в Dragon Age система скиллов. Очень похожая. Штурмовики, бойцы. Деформацию. Давай деформацию вкачаем. Все, бросок. Это что-то типа фусрода из Скайрима. Ну, урон себе увеличим. Так. Все, да? Не нужно ничего там принимать. Все. Все. Эй, а как сохранить-то? А, это другой герой. Дешифровка. Бросок. Давай ему бросок, тоже первая помощь. Типа взлом. Давай дешифровочку. Пойдет. Так, окей. А тут можно как-то между спутниками переключаться, как в Dragon Age, или он просто ходит с тобой? Ладно. Так понимаю, тут лут можно не искать. Тут нет. Стоп, а где слоты умений? Как мне его поставить? Как мне его в слот добавить? Ладно, придется обучалку почитать. О, про гранату. Нажмите R, чтобы бросить гранату. У вас ограниченное количество гранат, поэтому используйте их осторожно. У меня уже 2 куда-то всрал. Гранаты приклеиваются к тому месту, куда упали, и могут быть детонированы удаленно нажатием R второй раз. Таким образом, они удобны в качестве ловушек. Ясно. Да блин, а как умение закинуть? О, что, скилл? Скилл? Бросок. Пожалуйста. Создает пулю эффектом. Ладно, я потом, пока без умений поиграю, потом разберусь. Погуглю, так сказать.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Нигель. Интересно, для чего он нужен? Что в кодексе появилось? Кто? Блин, да тут нет перезарядки. Прекрати нажимать на R, пожалуйста. Ладно, может как-то... А, ну вот, у меня тут какое-то поле появляется, которое меня защищает, что ли? А, вот оно крепится и можно взорвать. Не. Все гранаты восраны. Я нас всех с этим поздравляю. Что-то привычка нажимать на R во всех шутерах. А, ну это та самая, что была на экране. Ух ты. Кажется, не только нам нужен этот маяк. А ну иди сюда! Ого! Ничего себе скорость! Я вообще не понял, как я так быстро бежал. Я просто на shift нажал. Он такой, на. Все, конечно. Так, а где броня вот эта легкая? А вот. Используемый предмет. Вот этот получше будет. А это что? Амортизатор. Понятно, это ячейки для улучшения. А, тут можно что-то засунуть. Круто. Защита от взрывчатки, супер. Так. Где наша женщина?
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Give me a status report, Williams.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 2
Геты.
years.
Запомните. Геты, таурианцы,
They must have come for the beacon. The
протеанцы,
dig site is
таурианцы,
close, just over that
геты.
rise. It might still be there.
Все, я уже 3 новый раз выведал.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Геты.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school.
Синтетики.
They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago.
Quarianцы их
Supposed to be a
создали.
source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile.
Роботы
After
кварианцы.
that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Маяк.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Кстати, Найлус куда-то
Have you
делся.
seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a structure anyway.
Жопая ящерица.
Carries enough firepower to wipe out all
Они же
the
ящерицы, таурианцы, как эти.
He's on our side.
Sorry.
На
Like I
ящериц
said, no
похоже.
Turians.
Ладно, погнали.
Move out.
Штурмовая винтовка. Молодец. Штурмовая винтовка. Кстати, крутая, да. Давай. Робовик. Я ж надеюсь, это улучшение не для каждого оружия было, а только для пистолета. Ой. Буду надеяться, что я не сделал глупость. Оп. Окей. У меня на них ничего нет, по сути. Это же наш общий инвентарь. Ладно. Далее.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Красная граната. Все берем. Так, а чё он не стелсит? Как стелсить? Никак? А, ну вот. А почему он тогда не хотел ходить? А. Вот он, я понял. Нужно достать оружие, затем зажать Ctrl, и только тогда он будет стелсить. А если ты уберешь оружие и начнешь стелсить, он встанет на ноги. Логично. Что это за там флажок? Что это за флажок? Что? Не знаю. Какой-то баг. Мне говорят, что там что-то есть, а там ничего нет. Ящик. Я увидел где-то ящик. А, все. Это типа того, знаете, протеанские руины такие красивые. Пистолет лезвия, дробовик. Ятаган 1, пожинать. Давай разложим. Дробовик люблю здесь. А где эти лезвия? Это что? Это куда все делось? Пожинатель, снайперская винтовка. Я, по-моему, еще снайперкой не пользовался, да? Так а куда оно делось-то?
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Sure.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Фига себе. Че гетто творят?
Oh God, they're still alive.
Подожди.
Do to them.
Это что? Это кто? Кто? Это враг? Все. Справились. Почему у них КП так мало? Как им аптечки давать? И как вообще их юзать? Аптечки-то. Первая помощь, видимо. Она на всех действует. Вау, круто. Это понимаю. Технологии. Я могу тяжелую броню носить еще? Бросок, боевая подготовка. То есть тут ты типа должен прокачаться какое-то время, и вот тут у тебя кружочками выделены скиллы, да? Которые ты сможешь на панель поставить. Кажется, так. Доступно умение барьер. Оно, по идее, у меня должно появиться. Нет, оно не появилось. Странно. Это пассивка, видимо. Это пассивки. Ничего не понятно. Там лут какой-то или что?
That door. It's closed. Security lock's engaged.
За крестик. Просто как обозначение лагеря. Ну, видимо, да. Вот этот Тетрис. Блять. Да ё. Изи.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
What are you doing here?
I'm Dr. Warren. I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geths swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers. Bringers of darkness. Heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here, before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Интересно. Я уже думал, что это какой-то сюжетный поворот пошел.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Ну, двойная доза это сильно, да. Нет, ты чё, это жестко.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Заставлять молчать человека.
You're wasting your time. The age of humanity is over. Our extinction is inevitable.
Manuel, I need to ask you something.
It's probably best if you just leave him alone.
Хорошо, не буду трогать.
Time? Our time is over.
Так. Что дальше делать? Куда идти? Блин, все же, как же эти скиллы-то добавить-то? Открыть слоты умений. Ну... Секунду.
Saren.
А вот и второй-то вариант.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
What is that? Off in the distance.
Господи. Оружие тоже можно? Я, то есть, не могу своими этими спутниками управлять? Вообще никак? А, это типа следующий скилл, который они нажмут. Окей. Понял. Все, погнали. Все, наконец-то разобрались. Меня уже заметили. На. Ух ты. А, это снайперка? Или что это было? Что он такой жесткий-то? Да. Штурмовая винтовка вообще нереально операция. Мне плохо. Где мои тиммейты? А где мои тиммейты? Почему я один? Блять, они стоят. Что я нажал? Почему они стоят? Стоят, на камеру снимают. Алло, вперед. Вперед. А, вот как ими управлять. Ага. Вперед. Эшли, давай, давай, все туда, вперед, 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 вперед. Эшли. Все надо делать вечно самому. Давайте. Атака, атака, блядь. Атака, давай, давай. Я уже снайперка. Как, где прицел у снайперки? Подожди, вы взяли оружие, которым не умеете пользоваться, урон и меткость будет снижена. А, блин. Надо было снайпера, короче, брать. Если бы я знал, что здесь штурмовые винтовки такие галимые. Это турелька? Все, разобрались. Чисто. Ну, хоть какая-то польза от спутников есть, они могут сказать, чисто или нет. Переработать в никель сразу снайперку. Что там, кто там еще? Не совсем чисто, да? Камера еще какая-то такая дерганая. А я могу спутников отправлять, чтобы они за меня взламывали?
We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some
я
kind of
тоже
signal as it
слышу.
descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside.
Ладно, все, как всегда, бесполезная инфа.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
This should help. Let's move out.
Good luck.
Пистолет Стингер. Крутой. Тебе можно дать лезвие. А, это лезвие, это пистолет был, я думал, улучшение какое-то. Тебе мой старый можно дать огонь до перегрева. Все, круто. Йоу! Погнали!
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Ладно, пойдемте.
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
We need to find that beacon before it's too
Хорошо,
late.
что я тоже ленивый человек. Может, мне это когда-нибудь спасет мою жизнь. Лишний раз не выйду на улицу. Лишний раз не попаду в аварию. Правильно? Нежданчик. Ай. Ребята. Ну иди сюда, на. Кайден сдох. Кто тут еще остался? А он сам встанет или мне его поднимать надо? А, он встал. Я жду, когда аптечка появится. Давайте, давайте. А, может гранатами просто побросаться? Да. Нет. Блять. Захотел ее забрать. Конченое управление. Да умри, пожалуйста. Пожалуйста, сдохни. Да. Может, Кайден меня поднимет? Или это все типа... Блин, они так неожиданно появились. Передохну. Может, это как-то со снайперки получится? Давай. Ба! Давай. На ощупь. Ба! Ба! Вроде освоился. Мы потом за Кайденом придем. Blast Shields. Блять, нет. Выходи. Вынес их. Вынес. Да, я так понимаю, здесь аптечки нужно беречь. Просто жесть. Там еще кто-то есть? Все. Короче, когда ты выносишь всех противников, твои компаньоны воскресают. Отлично. Аурная аптечка. Круто. Прям мека из дота.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Ты давай. Все. А. Слушайте, ребята. Глаз Шилдс, давай, давай, давай. Щетка.
I've lost shields. Thanks.
Задолбал. Так. Изреживаем. Хилочку. Нравится Кайден? Почему ты вечно лоу хпшный такой бегаешь? Легкая броня. Возьмем все. У меня вообще вечный инвентарь или как? Есть ограничения какие-то по инвентарю? Легкая броня, дорогие. Жалко, не могу найти тяжелый. Ладно. Что это такое? Охренеть, он взрывается? Вставай, Кайден. Там еще один остался. Где он, внизу? Мне осталось меньше 2 минут. Что это такое? Возьмем все. Блять, а как туда попасть? Ё... Тут сейвиться нельзя. Типа сундучки с лутом. Это тут 100%. Да ну где? Куда идти, господи? Куда идти? Меньше минуты осталось. Блядь. Я его пропустил, что ли? Давай. Ну, где-то тут, да? Да, успел. Четко.
Check your targets. Could be friendlies.
Что я еще здесь не посмотрел? Интересно. Танский маяк. Тон.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology.
Что, все так легко?
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Все так просто.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Без какого-либо подвоха вот так вот стоит. Нет, вот какая-то ебала начинается.
Shepard! No, don't touch it. It's too dangerous.
Похоже, в него угрузили всю инфу о протеанцах. И маяк самоуничтожился. Мне так кажется.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Ну, Ну, видимо, инфу какую-то впитали. Запретную, запрещенную. Или силу, или инфу. Что-то из двух. Третьего не дано.
Doctor Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
И мы теперь будем особенными, избранными капитанами, шепардами.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Которые спасут галактику от всесущего зла. Как это еще в сказках бывает там?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's
Подкатываем,
what set it
потихоньку
off.
подкатываем.
Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
О, еще
Physically, you're
подкатили,
fine.
подкатили.
But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Да я хз, я думаю, что-то видел там.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Такие вот пироги. Что-нибудь есть тут интересно? Трогать.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Плюс герой. Сколько у меня там уже героизма, кстати? Есть шкала где-нибудь? А, вот. В самом низу. И отступник такой же, примерно. Ну, я вроде стараюсь все правильно делать, но при этом шкалы на одном уровне. Барьер. Тут могу типа все прокачивать. А, здесь, видимо, максимум на двоечку качать. Как дела, Кайд?
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Oh, привет, Коля.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Так, что-то я по кругу иду. Залип.
Goodbye, Commander.
Какие капсулы прикольные. Он вообще на shift как-то быстрее бежит или нет? Как будто просто угол обзора меняется и все. Типа можно по лестнице, а можно по лифту подниматься.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Что?
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Просто там. Получается, это и есть цитадель. То самое.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Они как будто первый раз видят
Look
эту
at that
цитадель.
monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to dock 422.
Интересно, а на каком они языке все общаются между собой? То есть вот есть таурианцы, да? Они типа с людьми на английском общаются? Просто. Или тут какой-то всеобщий есть язык?
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Seren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Seren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Seren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Seren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Seren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the
Как всегда, нам все не верят.
Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Это типа посол Альянса.
I hate politicians.
Да уж, политота.
Sure is peaceful here.
Давайте погуляем тут, посмотрим, что тут есть. Черепашьи раз такие медленные. Красавчик. Ну да, с 4 руками, наверное, удобно работать программистом.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel Space Station.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians,
Ой,
the
сколько
most
раз,
populous
это
and
просто
widespread
жесть.
species in Citadel
Волосы.
space. They
Зали,
established many new
Соларианс,
colonies and trading outposts,
Дурианс,
and they petitioned the Council for a
Протеанцы,
greater role in
Геты.
determining interstellar policy. In recognition of
Взрывайте
their
мне
work to
мозг.
expand interstellar trade and
Можно просто там
establish a
эльфы, гномы,
standardized
какие-то
galactic
орки.
economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Ладно. Все.
Goodbye.
Надоело.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Подожди. Тут больше ничего нет? А, тут можно еще на этом уровне посмотреть, что тут есть. Балансовый район. Поторговать можно пойти. Это кто? Вау. Прикольное небо сделано. Ладно, погнали в президиум.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. There are many points of interest here, including the Citadel embassies and CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Ну, тут все такое однотипное.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Sephiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
This place is a little too perfect. Like they're hiding something.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Роемся в чужих ноутбуках. Я же тут был уже. Блин. Куда, блин, идти? Может, туда? Что здесь? Здесь
Sure is
ничего.
peaceful here.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. If you have more questions,
I should be going now.
have a pleasant day.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Что он, где вот? А, это в основных все находится.
The terminus systems are located on the far...
Расы, не входящие в совет.
The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act. They continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
Что они не входят в совет, если они находятся в цитадели, контролируют экономику. Или...
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Что такое партеногенез? Почкованием, короче.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong... 50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses. Combat hard suits use a...
Про броню я не хочу слушать.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165. Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner services have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Ладно. Погнали там.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Нужно сесть в тачку. Которая меня отвезет в башню. К башне Цитадели. Дали. Это что ли? А что если я стрельну? Давай засейвимся. Стрелять нельзя. Это свобода выбора. По-моему, вот она. Это куда? Экспресс Цитадель.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Внутри лифта играет?
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. Humans are making a strong push. You can bet the Volus will be by the way coattails if they succeed.
Зачем мне сюда? Мне сюда не надо.
No, I'm waiting. Commander.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason: to exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC, roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. A lot of back, but it looks like his time.
The guy's a.
But it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Слишком много информации за один день. Я, наверное, на этом остановлюсь. На такой мажорной ноте. Сейвимся. Поговорим с этим Харкиным в следующий понедельник. Ну или как в воскресенье. Я еще не решил, когда я буду в следующий раз стримить Mass Effect. Вот. Но делать я это буду пару раз в неделю, это точно. Вот. Так что все, пока. До следующего раза.